Hello there, my friends. How's the farm? Hope you're all keeping well. I had to make this little video, and I want you to answer me two simple questions if you can. First question is, how can somebody at 8 years old, 8 years old, become an Elvis Presley fan? The second question is, how could somebody that's after been a quarter way around the world and practically lost everything he had and still hold on for some reason to one little prized possession, one treasure that I bought when I was 8 years of age? I'm going to show you something in a minute, but the condition is unbelievable. The story goes back to 1989. I was in primary school, 9 years of age, and the school used to bring us on trips every year, trips around the country, school trips. Most of the time, my poor mother, God rest her soul, she couldn't afford. It was something like 20 or 30 quid back then. But she couldn't afford to send me on these trips. But this one year I got lucky. I did actually get to go on a little trip, school trip, up to Dublin Zoo, right up in the middle of Ireland. Now, 8 years of age, 1979, it's tough when you see all your friends going off every year. I was in third class, by the way, primary school. It's tough to see your friends going off every year on these little trips that you know nothing about, parts of Ireland you've never seen before. But anyway, this year in 1979, however my mother got the money, God bless her, she got it from somewhere. So I went on this school trip up to Dublin Zoo. And I remember getting off the bus. There was about 30 of us, 28, 30 of us in the same class. So we all got off the bus up in Dublin, outside the zoo. And back then, there was markets all over Ireland, little kind of flea markets, stalls, people selling bits and bobs, bric and brac. Now I'm going to show you something. Before, I think I had about £4 spending money on that trip. The trip was paid for, the zoo was paid for, and obviously you get a bit of spending money. So anyway, I think I had about £4. Probably a lot of money back in 1979, but anyway. Just before I went in the school gate, I stopped at this little stall where some man was selling all bits and bobs, badges, so on. So I'll take it out just because it's a bit shorter. I'll take it out. Now you are not going to believe this, right? This is going back to question 1. How in the name of God can you become an Elvis fan at 8 years of age when you never heard or tell of him or seen him, or you just never? But I walked up to this table where the man was selling all little bits and pieces, brick and brack. And I walked up to this table, and the first thing that caught my eye, you see that? These are things back in the 80s and the 90s. People used to sew onto their jackets. They're called sew-ons. Like we had the likes of Madness, Scars and Skinheads and all that kind of thing. People had all their jackets, hundreds of badges all over them. But I picked up this, right? Now I'm going to show you the back of it. This is 46 years old. 1979, late 1979. 46 years old. If I can get it closer to the camera, look at the condition it's in. Right? Elvis Presley. I don't know what way it looks now. His name is probably backwards. But anyway, I'll turn it around. And as you can see down through the years, the bits of blue tack on each corner where I used to hang it on my wall. Now the back looks in bad condition, but it's not. It's still absolutely rock solid. You're looking at a piece of material that's 5 inches by 3 inches, right? And you'll see a little hole up the top where sometime along my life I probably had no blue tack, and I probably used one of those little things called a thumbtack where you stick it into the wall, a little pin. But have a look at the condition that's in. Take a look at the condition of that for a little treasure I bought 46 years ago. Now the weird thing is, I've probably been a quarter way around the world all my life. I've lost nearly every private possession that I ever had. Between photographs of kids, my own kids, photographs of myself. I'll put up one in this video. Again, when I was 9 years of age, dressed in a 3-piece suit, making my Holy Communion. But how can this thing just stuck with me forever? It's February 2026 now. 46 years, people. How is it possible, number one, to be in such condition, and number two, to be an Elvis fan at 8 years of age when you have never seen or heard of the man? This has followed me all my life, stayed with me, and for some reason I still have it today. Now I'd like some of you to explain that if you can, because it's very strange to me. I'm 54 now, and I think I probably paid about 50 pence back in 1979. That little stall outside Dublin Zoo. There's nobody on this planet can tell me I'm not an Elvis Presley fan. How can you be an Elvis Presley fan at 8 years of age and buy something like that and then follow him all your life, listen to his music, watch his films. I'm going to tell you something, baby. I've never left a building. Do I look at... I probably look a little bit like him, do I? Or do I look like Pastor Bob? Yeah, I made a little video about Bob lately. Asked him to come forward and tell the world and stop pranking the world. No, I think I look more like Elvis, actually, than Bob. But anyway, I find it amazing. I swear to God, I find it amazing. All the places I've been, all the places I've lived, that one item is still in my possession today. That's all I'm going to say, people. I just felt like I had to share that video with you. It's strange being an Elvis Presley fan at 8 years of age, you have to admit. Good night and God bless. Love you all. Take care.